Welcome back to the Nerdcore Podcast, the podcast that reviews movies and talks that nerd shit. This is episode 432. Damn. And as always, it is the nerd you're going to hear to host the show, alongside my wonderful co-host, Young Yoda.
What's up, everybody?
We've got a ho-host
I'm gonna
joining us.
move this up.
Yeah.
My head's
go
getting
ahead,
cut off.
Yeah. Now you got some awkward headroom, but yeah, I get you, bro.
It's what my wife says too.
Oh my god. All right, bro. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and... Yeah.
No,
I
like,
really gotta fix
like,
my fucking
if
light
you break
bulb.
down that statement, you said something interesting about your wife.
Yep. Yeah, look, if I take this off, Brad's just got the weirdest headroom ever, dude. But yeah. As always, we've also got ourselves a ho-host here. What's up?
A wild ho-host has appeared. Hi.
What's up, Gio?
I'm doing good. Worked today. I got shorts on today.
Yeah.
And I have my handy dandy Black Widow Funko Pop from Infinity War.
Nice. Yeah, I wish I could grab all my Funko Pops from my house, but things are a little bit chaotic over there. And where my Funko, I gotta like climb like the whole like mountain of Mordor, the whole volcano just to get to my fucking my Funko Pops. So
it's like walking 10 miles through snow uphill both ways.
Siberia, yeah. What's it called? But today we're here to talk about about Black Widow. But before we get into all that wonderful stuff, Brad, how are you doing, bro?
It's Thursday. I'm here.
Yeah, you're here.
I made it. Made it another week.
Brad,
Not dead yet.
Yeah. Yesterday, tomorrow I want to do something, right, Brad? And then I just noticed, like, I want to do this thing, and then starting next week, I'm fucking working Monday through Friday, and
should we even start the thing?
Yeah, probably not. Yeah. Oh God, I love life and its unpredictable nature. But I haven't even gotten a fucking like email about anything about work. So like, what's going on, dude? Where's the link for me to join the training? What's up?
They forgot.
Like, did I pass my background check? Like, what's going on? Yeah. What's it called? It's just another day in paradise, right? Who the fuck put pain in here?
I don't know. It wasn't me.
Well, I mean, that's what's in the box, but
What's in the box?
What's up with you? Gio, what's up? How's it going, bro? What you been up to today?
like I said, I worked today. My brain, over the last hour and a half, I've been reconstituting my brain because I woke up tired, and then just like by the end of the shift, I worked slowly today, and then in the end of the shift, I was just fried. So I think I have enough in me to give my ye old opinions about Black Widow, but that might be all you get from me.
Ye old opinions of Black Widow, a movie that came 10 years too late.
Too late. Watch out, Brad. You might be pissing somebody off saying
I don't give a fuck.
You might piss
Come view our show.
And yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and what's it called? Just let's see. What does Stacy have to say? Great movie. Mephisto took Natasha's mantle like a pro, especially after everything with WandaVision. Didn't need the skin right. Didn't need the skin tight outfit though. God damn it! You and the Mephisto. You find a way to put it into Black Widow and
every time.
Yeah.
Good old Mephisto.
Yep. All right, man.
Thompson.
I guess let's just go into it because, like, we really can't really beat around the bush much right now. What's up to Ferris? Ferris, thank you for that donation.
Thank you. Ferris.
During my stream, it went to buying Mirror for the Criterion sale.
Of course it did. This man's gonna have a Criterion room by the end of everything.
Yeah. To be fair, it's coming in like 2 weeks, bro. So
the room?
No, Mirror.
The Criterion room?
Criterion room? No. What's it called? Even though I planned for that, I doubt that an apartment would be big enough to have my own Criterion room. What's up to Harry in the chat as well, man? Thank you all for being here. But without further ado, let's get into it. I hope all three of y'all watch Black Widow because I know that that what's it called Ferris did. I don't know about Harry and Stacy, but dude, let's do this because Brad, I have a hefty article to read through, bro.
Hefty article on Black Widow.
Yeah, bro. Like this.
You have a hefty article on Black. Okay.
Yeah, like a big ass Wikipedia article here, man.
Oh,
What?
Wikipedia.
Oh,
Okay.
what? Like,
I got worried. I thought you did research. I was
Oh,
like,
no,
I was
no,
like, I was like, Raul trying to change the show.
No. Like, okay, you saw
how
it.
many
All right,
paragraphs
awesome,
is
Harry.
it?
Bro, I've got like multiple sentences here. Like, yeah, let me just get into this, bro, because I really don't want to have to spend more time trying to beat around the bush here. All right, so let's get into this.
He really likes to beat around the bush.
Movie so nice. I've seen it twice. Okay, Stacy. All right.
Yeah, with the headroom.
The headroom. All right, man. Without further ado, if you have not watched Black Widow, this is your chance to get out of here. I should probably have like a little banner for this, right? Because in case people come in, because we are live on Twitch. So I'm gonna go ahead and just keep talking while I talk. It's while I type. So if you have not watched Black Widow, then you must know that this is going to be a spoiler review. So if you have not watched the film, then this is your one and only chance to get out of here. If you have watched the film or you just do not care about the spoilers, then awesome. You can just keep around here. But either way, this is your spoiler warning and it is in effect in a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Respect the banner, boys. All right. Let's go ahead and get on into this. I have a lot to read. I've actually seen this film. Yeah, Ferris, you watched it alone in the theater by yourself. Let me get into this. Black Widow is a 2021 American superhero film based on Marvel Comics, featuring the character of the same name, produced by Marvel Studios and distributed by Walt Disney Studios Motion Pictures. It is the 24th film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. The film was directed by Kate Shortland from a script by Eric Pearson. It stars Scarlett Johansson as Natasha Romanoff / Black Widow. Excuse me. Alongside Florence Pugh, David Harbour, O.T. Fabino. I don't know. And I'm not gonna space out the two words because then it's gonna sound like I'm saying the slur. So no. Olga Kurylenko, William Hurt, Ray Winstone, and Rachel Weisz. Gio's thinking like, what could he be talking about? If you go to the Wikipedia article, Gio, you'll see OT's last name. I could say
job. I'm good.
Set promptly after the events of Captain America Civil War 2016, the film sees Romanoff on the run and forced to confront a conspiracy tied to her past. Development of a Black Widow film began in April 2004 by Lionsgate with David Hayter. Hayter attached to write and direct. The project did not move forward, and the character's film rights reverted to Marvel Studios by June 2006. Johansson was cast in the role for several MCU films, beginning with Iron Man 2 in 2010, and began discussing a solo film with Marvel. Work began in late 2017, and Shortland hired in 2018. Jack Schaefer and Ned Benson contributed to the script before Pearson was hired. Filming took place from May to October 2019 in Norway, Budapest, Morocco, Pinewood Studios in England, and in Atlanta, Macon, and Rome, Georgia. Rome, Georgia. The fuck? Atlanta, Macon, and Rome, Georgia.
Yeah, that's a place called Rome.
Yeah, damn, that's why.
Macon,
right? Okay.
Yeah.
Macon.
Not whatever you
No,
said.
Macon.
not Macon. Not Macon.
Macron.
President Macron.
Macon.
Why you gotta say it like that? Holy
Macon.
shit. Fuck
Macon.
you, man. I'm trying to read these damn names.
Isn't it like Macon or something like that?
No,
Oh,
it's Macon.
fucking Macon.
Macon?
Black
Macon,
Widow
Georgia.
premiered on June. God damn it, let me read this. So Black Widow premiered. I don't want to have to read more. Black Widow premiered on June 29, 2021 at various events around the world and was released in the United States on July 9th, simultaneously in theaters and through Disney Plus with Premiere Access. It is the first film in Phase 4 of the MCU and was delayed 3 times from an original May 2020 release date due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Black Widow broke several pandemic box office records upon release and has grossed over $179 million worldwide. It also made $60 million in Disney Plus global revenue in its opening weekend. The film was met with generally favorable reviews from critics, with praise for the performances, particularly of Johansson and Pugh, and action sequences. So of course, shot by Gabriel Bernstein, and the music by Lauren Balfe, edited by Leigh Folsom Boyd and Matthew Schmidt. Might have to call those 2 names out in a bit right now. And it sits at 2 hours and 14 minutes, and with a budget of $200 million, it has made $179.4 million, plus the $60 million from Disney Plus global revenue, which I don't know why they haven't just added that into the box office. But whatever. Now that my mouth is incredibly dry, now that my
With
mouth is
headroom.
with this headroom, I got like cotton mouth. Brad, you want to go in with your thoughts? What were your thoughts on Black Widow?
Do I have to?
Yeah, you got it. We go around here. We make the rounds.
I mean, I thought it was a decent action movie. I mean, but you have to remember what a decent action movie means. It means to me, like, I'm not gonna remember this in probably like a year or like 2 months. That's how I feel about this movie. This movie it was really cool to watch one time, but really doesn't affect anything in the universe. So yeah, it was a decent action movie, cool sequences, and we move on. Like, I like David Harbour in it, sure. Acting was pretty good. I thought the way they kind of presented Taskmaster was a waste, considering the Taskmaster in like Miles Morales, the video game, is what I got. I thought that was kind of a waste of a character. So, decent action movie. That's all. So nothing that blew my mind or anything, but yeah, I'd watch it again, but not for a while till I forget it.
Yeah. Glad I split the money with you for Premiere Access, right, Brad?
Sure.
Gio, what were your thoughts on Black Widow?
My thoughts on Black Widow are as follows.
Were you about to say Brad Widow?
Brad Widow.
Brad Widow. Okay,
I do not want to see
make
that
the Photoshop.
I mean, I am going to get in some tight leather now.
I do not want to see that.
That's going to be my Halloween costume, Brad Widow.
Listen. I'll give me everything you got on Brad Widow.
She's just going to be David Harbour, but shorter.
Yeah. There's so many fucking skin types.
I was like, why is this me putting on jeans? What's it like Beyonce say? If you don't jump to put on jeans, and you can't feel my pain.
Was anybody else wondering, like, when's he gonna get in the fucking plane in the beginning sequence? Like, is he just gonna stay on the wing the whole ride?
Yeah. I like this movie, but like this. Hold on, here we go.
It's 10 years too late, in my opinion.
Took even longer to come out than any of us even realized. By that I mean that I think this movie was like 80% of the script was like in a holding pattern as they finalized the Infinity Saga. Like, it's really like a movie like this before this time happened between tentpole events, and now it would have came out before WandaVision, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and
like supposed to be
now
the first
it's
thing.
coming out around Loki, and it's just like this movie is the very definition of developmental hell, like production hell.
I really feel like this movie should have come out like during after Iron Man the first, like way back then. This movie would have made more sense, considering they were far more action oriented and not getting closer to this whole psychological thrill of the multiverse.
Like, it feels like this movie should have gone where Captain Marvel goes, not because of womanhood, but because of timeline. Like Like not because no, that wouldn't have made sense because of Endgame. But like if it came like if they did Infinity War and then Endgame and then like anyway, it feels it's way too late is my point. And like the strongest part of this movie is the first 30 minutes to me because like that's the part where I was like, okay, this movie's giving me the tone I want from an action movie. Someone who like grew up on like a James Bond and on like Jason Bourne and like movies that I should not have been watching at that age. I was watching action and spy movies and like enjoying the hell out of it. Mm-hmm. And I like that was interesting to me of like this Russian sleeper agent stuff. Like you're going with the trope and like it's like interesting and it feels real like teen. Like it felt like a I'm living in this teen girl's life in this tragic moment. Mm-hmm. And the rest of the movie just went like full Disney to me. And it was
full
like,
Disney action whoop-de-doo.
Yeah.
All right. Now it's my turn. Mm-hmm. God, I've been waiting. Oh.
Was it a 2-pack of ass?
All right. I did not like this movie at all.
Oh no, shucks. I'm surprised.
Yeah, it's a surprise, right? I found this film to be incredibly dragging throughout its runtime. I felt the movie to be absolutely horrendously edited in the beginning. That was like we start at the establishing shot, we go to a close-up, then we come back to the establishing shot, go to this close-up, go to this one of the tree, come back to the establishing shot. I'm like, whoa, what the hell is going on here? I was like, can we keep a pace here? And I don't care, bro. Bad editing is bad editing. You know, that was not good editing, bro. Like, God damn, it was going all over the place. You know, it ain't Jason Bourne, by the way. You know, that's something else. that has its own category of editing.
That was a goddamn fight.
I'm gonna jump over the same stairs 8,000 times.
It reminded me of what's that scene from Mulan that we showed on the live show that one time, right?
Oh, God.
Like, boom, boom. Like, yeah, it's like, yo, bro, can you stick to one establishing shot? I thought that this film I really thought, like, you know, I was going through this, I was like, well, you know what, like I was like, let's be real honest, like I wasn't looking forward to this movie before, but I was hoping that there would be something for me to grasp onto here that I was really going to enjoy, and that was Florence Pugh to me. Florence Pugh throughout this whole film was the thing that I enjoyed the most. I'm sorry, but this is the thing that frustrates me the most, man. I did not like David Harbour in this movie, but it's not because of David Harbour. It's because of the same old shit that they do in these movies where they make somebody the dialogue punching bag, where they bring someone in for the sake of the joke, and it feels like he's just there to get hit and hit and hit and hit. And it's like, oh, cool, man. Like, I would really like to know more about this character and to see him develop instead of just, getting him be the punching bag for the joke. Rachel Weisz was pretty good. I enjoyed Rachel Weisz.
I mean, if I can defend that point, this man did leave 2 children into the arms of the Russians and just left them. He kind of deserved to be a punching bag. No, I'm just saying. But he kind of deserved to get all the shit he was given.
It's not just getting the shit. I'm saying dialogue punching bag as in like just for the sake of the joke most of the time. Like, you know it, bro. There's
every bit of tension that there could have been in the movie.
Yeah.
Like, it's undercut by like a David Harbour.
Yeah.
David Harbour being like, ugh!
Yeah. It's just it's annoying. It's always happening in these movies, and it's like, why even bring up this like pretty interesting character if you're just gonna resort him to be the butt of the joke all the time? It's like, it's kind of what, like, you know, I know Korg is funny and all, but it's kind of like what annoyed me about Korg a lot in Thor Ragnarok. Even though I'm not gonna lie, that thing with Deadpool was the best thing with Korg yet, bro. Like that trailer trailer reaction thing to Free Guy, that's gotta be the funniest shit I've seen all week, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, it's funniest shit I've seen this week, bro. That shit.
Did you realize that Korg was just there for comedic value? That was his whole point.
I don't care, bro. I don't care. Like, it was just for comedic value, bro. Like,
that's the thing. That's those characters just for comedic value sometimes.
That's Thor Ragnarok, bro. That's Thor Ragnarok, though. And like, we're not gonna get into like the millionth conversation we've had about Thor Ragnarok.
Like, there's some characters just there for comedic value.
Nah, man, fuck all that shit. But
You gotta be serious on a fucking comic book movie.
But
I'm not stepping in this one.
Yeah. I found the movie to just not be enough for me. That it wasn't just enough to like grasp me at times. It wasn't, it was just like Brad said, it starts off like at this like place where it's like, oh, I wonder what's gonna go down here. And then like Gio says, it just goes into like just another MCU movie. And it's like what we've been getting from the shows have shown me like that they can do something with these things. Like they can really like take a risk, right? And this just felt like a step back from everything we've been watching in the shows.
That's because this thing was probably written 10 years ago when the first Iron Man was written. That's what you kind of got was there's a whole lot of action, not shit going on.
Yeah. Also, God, can we please talk about this villain? Joe, could this guy choose an accent to use? Because I swear to God, he was going from English to Russian to English to Russian, and then be like, okay, I'm gonna stay in Russian for a bit. Okay, slip out the English again. Okay, let me go back to Russian. Like,
no, this dude, the whole movie, the dude felt like at first he was doing like a little bit of a Russian, and the rest was like Paisan, Paisan. I got the rings. I got the fucking shit in the fucking space. I designed the fucking girls. I take all the girls. I was like,
also, bro, yo, where were these girls when Thanos decided to step in, bro? Like,
he didn't give a fuck. He's like, he was playing his little power game. He didn't. He's like, I played them like Nintendo.
It was also really disappointing to see how Taskmaster was handled in all this, and it's like, I get it. It was probably not the last time we're gonna see Taskmaster, so like, there's more. But like, even then, if this is gonna be your first outing of Taskmaster, like, give us a reason to look forward to Taskmaster coming back in the next couple of movies. And like, it kind of did Taskmaster pretty fucking dirty in this movie. Like, it was just not interesting.
They didn't go very deep into it. It's like Black Widow blew up a little girl and ended up being Taskmaster, which I don't know the backstory of Taskmaster, if that's how it went or not. I don't think it is, because Taskmaster is in Miles Morales, the video
in the
game.
other Spider-Man game too. Yeah.
So that makes me wonder, like, are they going to bring this Taskmaster into the Spider universe or not? Because I find Taskmaster as an interesting villain, and they didn't make this one very interesting.
Yeah.
And that's the issue all the early Marvel movies had, is they never had an interesting villain until Killmonger showed up on the scene. And then somehow they like figured out, oh shit, we can make interesting villains. And that's why I'm saying this thing was probably written 10 years ago. Should have been come out 10 years ago. And Marvel was just like, hey, Scarlett Johansson like died in that other movie. Let's bring her back one more time.
Yeah.
And really all you needed was the end credit scene for this whole thing so we can move on with our lives.
Yeah. And that's what, honestly, what's it called? I wouldn't doubt they used Taskmaster in the Hawkeye series. I have no idea, man. I mean, I know we're going to get Pugh back, Florence Pugh back, and it's going to be cool and all.
I wonder how Hawkeye feels about all this. Like I did not kill that lady. Like, I literally tried to like do backflips into the death pit like 20 times. Come on now.
I tried to Matrix that shit, man.
Yeah.
I was like, that's like spreading fake news about some shit because you didn't see it. Like, you didn't see the struggle. Nobody saw the struggle. They just knew, oh, he came back and he said she was dead and she jumped.
And now Hawkeye done like stabbed her in the back and pushed her into the pit.
He let her die.
That man did not let her die. Like, if you saw the scene we saw, he was doing backflips into the pit.
Yeah, but it's like they don't know that. And I feel like there's gonna be some scene where Jeremy Renner's gonna pull out his Hurt Locker performance. It go over there, and we're at the side of the cliff. And he's like, sit down. We were there.
I never thought I'd get a Tarkovsky shot in a Marvel movie, but they gave it to us. I was really surprised to get it. If you guys want to know what shot they gave us, hold on, I'm gonna share screen it here. They gave us a shot from Solaris, bro. They gave us this shot in this movie, bro. Yeah, you recognize it when they're in the room? Mm-hmm. What's it called, with the thing in the back? Yeah, I was like, whoa, are they giving us a Tarkovsky shot in this? And then, that was the extent of my excitement. It finished there. Yeah,
shot.
Brad brings up again the villain problem, bro. What's it called? The villain.
And like I think the two villains they had in this could have been something. Like they could have done something with this, but then there's like blow you up in a helicopter and Taskmaster. We don't know.
Yeah,
it's Marvel going like it's Marvel going back in time, being like we don't know what the fuck to do with any of these villains. And it's like you literally have been doing great things with villains for the past, I don't know, 3-4 years.
I mean, like Killmonger.
Did nobody read the
Thanos,
script before they approved it? And was like, maybe we should do a rewrite. You know, we are getting to the multiverse and Loki, and you know, we're doing some really cool shit with the shows. But they were like, nah, like whatever's in there.
Yeah. So I think that this movie just didn't work, man. It didn't work, and you know, what's it called? It didn't. It's not. I'm not saying it didn't work because you know it was Black Widow or because I didn't want this movie to work. It just didn't work because just the script didn't work with this, man. The script, the editing, you know, there was just nothing in here that was worth me being like, oh, this is some good shit. You know, there was a lot of stuff that was going on that I was like, okay, I'm invested in this. You know, like I'm really like, what's it called? I really want to see where Florence Pugh goes after this with her character. Like, I'm interested to see what Kate Shortland Styles develops from this because her career before this is pretty like minimal. Like, there's not much work before this. There's like a lot of indie films that she did, but like, you know, I wonder where she goes from here and what, you know, her style develops into. But like, you know, there was just we've been getting so much stuff from Marvel that I felt like, you know, like, oh man, you're really hitting the mark here, man. Like even scoring wise, like never once did the music ever like get to me that I said like, oh, this is a really good score. This is like a good score. Like it goes well. It's like, wow. I was like, this is kind of just there. And
well, you didn't like the father-daughter sing-along going on there?
I mean, when it came back around, I did get emotional. Like I said, like I liked this movie.
I mean, I didn't hate like, this movie. I knew what this movie was.
This movie's got a lot wrong.
This movie's just an old school action flick. That's all this movie is.
Yeah,
like there's nothing really interesting or deeper into it.
But there could have been.
There could have been. There very easily could have been.
Like, there were so many conversations that could have gone a different, like could have been stretched and talked about and like really get into the guts of it. But like this movie's contractual obligations, so nobody really gives a fuck at opening up too much to have to close it again.
It's kind of just to end Scarlett Johansson's career in the Marvel universe.
Yeah, she cost.
That's really all this was a. Well, we'll make a couple billion later.
The blow career, and then let's just get to the post credit scene.
Yeah, that's what this was.
And also, bro, this whole time we've been waiting for what the hell happened in Budapest, and now it was that.
Yeah, wasn't much.
It would have been cool to see more of it.
Budapest.
I was like, we get one shot and one small
She's
like
in
detail.
A fucking car, yeah.
Are you serious? Like we've been how long now? And we've been hearing Budapest, and then we just get that. And I feel like the whole time, like that's been my reaction to this movie. Like ever since, it's like that's what we waited for. That's what we got this movie delayed 3 times. That's what we've been waiting for since we saw Black Widow and Iron Man 2. This is what we got. And honestly,
and we've been saying this since the beginning, Raul. This movie should have come out 8 to 10 years ago.
Yeah.
It should have. Yeah. It's just in a bad spot right now. Because one, you've had WandaVision, you've had Loki, you've had all these great shows where it's coming out in the middle of like one of the best shows, I mean, probably one of the best parts of Marvel done in a long time.
And also for a lot of people, this movie has been one of those representations of like what COVID has taken away. And so like you kind of like I know like I fully like for a while like going into this movie, I was not excited to watch this movie until like somebody else said that they really enjoyed it. And then I was like, I will flip a coin because I know that person's taste. And that's all love. That's just love about that. But I resented this movie because I've waited so long for this movie and like I've heard it in the news most of the times being moved instead of just like being like, okay, we're gonna wait and then then deciding to release it. I've heard this movie move like it felt like 20 times. I know it wasn't 20. And so like I'm thinking about like these movies that are now releasing that like we've heard about and been in the public eye in such a way, like No Time to Die. I was so hyped for No Time to Die. I'm less so hyped because the multiple like not only is this the end of an era, this is also like the end of a company. No Time to Die is like the end of a company, and these movies like that have been so public are going to like are either overhyped or resented because we've had to wait so long due to the circumstances.
And Stacy brings up a valuable point here. After Civil War would have been the ideal time for this film's release. If it wasn't in phase 1, after Civil War was perfect.
Yeah.
Or hell,
yeah,
even after
literally
Ultron.
Happens between. Yeah, it happens in the interwar period.
Yeah.
I think we would have more favorably on the movie. It happened in one of those time periods, the first phase or after war. Because in the first phase, it makes sense because what Marvel was basically doing was action flicks. That's really, you look at the first Iron Man. I love the first Iron Man, but it doesn't go very deep. It's an action flick.
Yeah. When I hate all the people that are kind of going, I dislike the fact that like a lot of people are going like, this shouldn't matter when it's released. And I'm like, it 100% should, because you never capitalized on that hype. Like after Ultron released, I didn't stop hearing everybody going on about how they loved Black Widow in that movie. And they wanted to see more Black Widow because she was like super, badass in that movie. And it's like, okay. And even after that, like, in Civil War where, you had some interest going on Black Widow as well. It's like, it 100% should matter when this film comes out, because it's once again a reminder that Disney didn't want to like capitalize on that hype, and they gave it to us way too late. And then we're here kind of like, well, we kind of saw Scarlet already die in this universe, so what's the point?
Like, there really wasn't. This is, it's fan service in a way for those who really did like Black Widow and finally get one more movie out of her. But really, everyone's kind of moved on. And that's why the end credit scene was kind of what we were waiting for. We're like, okay, cool. Florence Pugh is going to be in this. Sweet.
Yeah. Pew! Yeah. And, man, there are things I enjoy. Like, the action sequences were pretty cool. Some of the stunts and like, just like the, what they were doing there. Like, I like that CGI looked pretty polished to me. I thought it was fine CGI. I love Florence Pugh in here. I like, Rachel Weisz. And everything else kind of just falls really flat or just didn't work for me.
I mean, it's an action movie and it's not much deeper than that. That's really all it is.
All right. So, Brad, I'll go first. I gave this a 2.5 out of 5 on Letterboxd, which roughly translates to, I've been saying this, like I've been saying on a 5.5 or a 6 out of 10. And I think I'm just going to go with my 6 out of 10. I'm going to give this a 6 out of 10. So, with that said, Brad, what are you going to go ahead and give Brad? What are you going to give Brad? Brad, what are you going to give Black Widow?
I give Brad Widow 11 out of 10.
Brad, 11
out of 10 for Brad Widow.
Brad
and
Widow,
I give Black Widow a 7 out of 10.
A 7 out of 10. All right, Gio, what are you going to go ahead and give Brad Widow and Black Widow?
Okay, now Brad Widow, I'm going to give it an 11 out of 8, as in like August 11th. But I'm gonna give
November the 8th?
November. Remember the 8th of Augustine. Black Widow, I'm giving a 6 out of 10.
All right, man.
We're about all. Yeah.
I'm very interested to see how we approach the Hawkeye series now with Yelena coming back to pretty much hunt down. They doing his name dirty, man. Yeah, they doing that poor man's name dirty. Poor man, bro.
Listen, Disney's unpredictable. I got to tell you, never be the same.
Yeah. What happens if
they about to bring the Ronin out?
What if like early on in the episode, Yelena kills Clint, and the whole series revolves around Clint? It revolves around Yelena and Kate Bishop. It's like a feud between them, and it's like sexist. Her trying to explain to him why like Clint, actually didn't kill, kill, what's her name? Natasha.
Yeah, I feel sexist.
Oh, okay, Brad. All right, bro. I mean, not Brad. Okay.
Not from you, not you being sexist, but like that plot would be sexist. Like, if you're like, what?
Can I just see somebody kill Clint? Yeah. Can I just see somebody?
You just want him dead. Just let him die.
I just want to see Yelena.
Let him give his heroic death.
I want to see Yelena all badass, just like fucking pop a bullet, going straight into fucking Clint's head.
I don't think she's just going to take him out that quick. Like I feel like there needs to be conversation there. Otherwise, you just get another Black Widow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what's it called? Brad Widow with all those dramatic poses. I thought that joke was funny though. It's like, why you do this pose? Like,
Poser.
Yeah,
Poser.
God damn it, bro. But
you whip your hair back.
I do not. You told
Like,
me.
how you do it? Why the fuck you doing this in the goddamn convenience store, bro? Just can't nobody get in the store because you just.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Just being
All right,
hot.
man. It's been fun. I'm gonna take away the banner so we stop talking. Anybody want to drop a final thought before I take the banner off?
Worth a watch for just action flick. Not much more deeper.
I hope Shang-Chi is better. I really hope it is.
I guarantee because let's face it, Black Widow is kind of like the death of the old guard, and Shang-Chi is like rebirth of the new guard.
Yeah. God, I'm hoping it's better. I hope it comes out on Disney Plus. Honestly, man.
Yeah, I hope it comes out onto how we
Premiere
split the money.
We split the money and we watched it. Yeah.
In the
Brad
same room.
Came over to my house.
We had popcorn
we had popcorn. Yeah, bro. Yeah.
They nested in.
Yeah, man. All right. Gio, you don't have any final thoughts, or I can take the banner off.
Pew.
All right, banner's off. All right. With that said, though,
Thank you.
Did they hear Gio?
The dog said,
Yeah. Oh man. With that said, it's been a really fun time, y'all, and we'll see you next week when we discuss Dersu Uzala. But before we get out of here, Gio, since you're our wonderful guest today, you want to let them know where they can find you?
You can find me. That's right. You can find me on Twitter at MediaMartyr17. That's MEDIAMARTYR17. Link to the description on Twitter. For all the places I am.
He's like looking at it like, do it again, bro.
Keep an eye out on Twitter and shit, because yeah, pew you too, motorcycle. So yeah, keep an eye out on my social media because we got big things.
You got some very big things.
Big rings.
That's right, bro. All right, man. And as always, we want to thank our Patreon supporters who make the show happen, along with our Patreon producers, our writers, and our associate producer, Sarah. Thank you so much for being here for such a long time with us. It means a lot. And of course, our wonderful executive producer, Shane, who, he's got a lot of big things going on. You want to let them know where they can find him, Brett?
You can follow our friend Shane at twitch.tv/XSRK or on Twitter at XSRK_. Also go buy something from the Suppy God at thriftedil.com.
Shane is the only guy who I trust when he tweets out big things are coming, because big things actually coming.
Big rings.
All right, man. And our wonderful writer, Bryce, Brown Rice 96 on everything.
Hi, Bryce.
Oh, Bryce, the month ends in 2 weeks. That means we have to watch Dark Fate. And Bryce was like, I really feel bad for y'all that y'all have to watch Dark Fate too. Like,
you already watched Genesis. You can't feel much worse.
Yeah. I mean, I thought about that too when I watched Rise of the Machines, and I was like, oh shit, it does get worse.
But it really goes on a downhill slope after the Terminator. It just roller coaster into hell.
All right, and our wonderful Tony.
Hey, Tony.
At Real Nerdy Dad. Thank you for being writer for us, Tony, for so long, and not having your movies picked because you're too busy right now. It saves us from the torture, the inevitable torture. All I know is that you're probably gonna win yourself a franchise, bro.
Probably.
Yeah. All right, man. With that said, it's been a lot of fun, and you'll catch us live on Saturday for an Nerdcore live show as we talk about that Loki season finale. And with that said, you guys are wonderful.
Doing tomorrow? I'm not doing anything tomorrow.
With that said, I'll catch you guys. I'll explain to you after we're done here.
We're not doing anything tomorrow.
I told you already that I won't be here tomorrow.
Okay.
Personal business.
Yeah, I got a wedding.
Personal business.
I got a wedding.
Yes.
Yeah, here wedding, and yeah. You want to do the live show? You can do a live show.
Probably not.
Yeah, I know you. I know you're not gonna do it.
Yeah. All right. With that said, it's been a lot of fun. Red, set them out.
All right, Raul. Thank you for being the host as always. Thank you to Gio for being our host.
Pew!
Thank you to all our. Thank you. Blah 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 blah. Sorry.
Brad Willow.
Small stroke. Thank you to all of those in chat today.
Brad Willow.
Stacy, Ferris, Jay Joshu, I forget. Harry. Yes.
Harry.
Thank you to all you people. Thank you to all our Patreon supporters. We appreciate each one of you. And I guess to end this episode, I'll just say, roll. Do your poses only on OnlyFans.com/TheNerdyChicano. Young Yoda out.
I really forgot to press the wrong one. I was about to pull up the end screen.